The shit going on is pretty crazy, huh? With the whole Lauren Chen, Tim Pool, Dave Rubin, whole bunch of other people. What's the guy's name? Matt Christensen, Benny Johnson. There's a whole number of them that have been exposed as being paid for by the Russian government. Now, Lauren Chen and her husband were like the masterminds behind this whole operation here. They were working with two Russian government operatives to start a media company, which was essentially propaganda. It was, right wing propaganda, your typical conservative talking points that you hear, with a lot of pro Russia sentiment as well. What's the one thing they all have in common is that they won't ever say anything negative about Russia. They call Russia a preserver of Western values, a fight against the woke and progressive ideology, and the whole Ukraine thing that is completely justified. They didn't do anything wrong. It's because of the U.S. and because of NATO, and we kind of overstepped and pushed the Russians to do what they've been doing over the past few years in the Ukraine. It's pretty wild to me, all the shit that's been going down over the past. I think what was it, yesterday that the indictment came down, or maybe it was 2 days ago. But it's been an absolute political shitstorm, and it's crazy because I was a listener of Lauren Chen's way back when she started. I think she started back in 2016. I was one of her earliest followers, and I enjoyed her content back in the day. Tim Pool's another one who I also started watching around the same time, and I also, was a big fan of his, and I watched a lot of his content. It's I haven't been watching any of them recently, so I kind of fell off of them way before obviously this shit came out. But it really is insane to me. It seems like Lauren and her husband are the ones that are like really going to be the ones that are going to be like facing legal trouble, maybe jail time. We don't know. They haven't actually been indicted themselves. It's the two Russian operatives so far that have been indicted. Um, but Lauren Chen and her husband, in that indictment, the DOJ pretty strongly suggests that Lauren and her husband were like key conspirators in this whole thing. Basically, foreign agents for the Russian government. Because those are the ones who are paying all the bills and who are funding everything. Crazy that Dave Rubin was getting paid like $400,000 a month, and Tim Pool was also getting paid a lot of money to produce videos for this Tenet Media channel. Now, if you've seen the videos, you'll see the view counts are not that impressive. Even if they were getting 1 million views per video, 400K a month is insane. But it's not for profit. It's to spread, propaganda and to spread pro Russia sentiment on the internet, obviously. And as a propaganda way, I guess you could say it's effective, except it's not, because the videos that they were producing got like 700 views, 1,000 views. These are like really, really low. Like, I get better numbers than that sometimes for my videos, and I'm a nobody. It's crazy that they were getting paid that much. But apparently, like, it's alleged that Lauren Chen, I forget the name of the fucking husband. I keep saying "and her husband" because I don't fucking remember the guy's name. But it's alleged that she did not inform Dave Rubin and Tim Pool and all those other commentators that the Russians were the ones that were actually paying the bill. So it's not like Dave Rubin and Tim Pool like knowingly took Russian money. That doesn't seem to be the situation here. But it's definitely something. It's definitely a huge hit to their reputation. It's a hit to the whole. I don't know if that's even what they call themselves anymore. The anti SJW space online, anti woke, I guess is the word that they use now. But now the word woke is just completely like it has no meaning because everything is woke, 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 woke. Anytime a game sucks, it's because it's woke and it's DEI and all this shit. So none of this shit even has like any fucking like these words have no meaning to them anymore. So it's kind of frustrating to have a conversation about this shit sometimes. But yeah, it's I think Lauren is in some serious trouble. I mean, her YouTube channel was terminated, which, obviously, like, if Dave and if Tim Pool was raking in that kind of cash, I'm sure Lauren was making a lot of money too. I don't know exactly how it's gonna happen. Like, is the government gonna like find the shit out of her at the very least, and like she's gonna have to pay all that money back or some shit? Be in serious debt? That's a possibility. And jail time on top of it, because like that's what the government would define as treason, is to knowingly, do work for a foreign government, not registering as a foreign agent, even if you're a US citizen, it doesn't matter. Like that shit they take very fucking seriously, you know? So it's gonna be interesting to see how things unfold. I lost respect for Ruben and Tim Pool and all those people long ago. I never really cared for anything they had to say. I think the last time I really followed any of these people like regularly was probably like 2018, 2019 when I was still in college. Um, and it's not even necessarily like, oh, I'm like a lefty now. I just kind of just see through, like, they just don't seem authentic to me, these people, especially Dave Rubin. He's just like total flip flopper, and he doesn't really seem to believe in anything. you know, he's just useful propaganda, essentially. And even if I believe some of the talking points that the propaganda says, he's still a propagandist, and he's not like a genuine person who actually believes in the shit he says. That being said, I'm gonna be real with you guys, especially me, who's like not very successful to begin with. But if I'm offered $400,000 a month, or even $50,000 a month, or some crazy fucking number to put videos out for this unknown company, and I don't know anything about them, but they say, hey, even if your videos only get like fucking 1,000 views or some shit, 1,000 views per video, fucking 500 views at 700 views, because that was the views that some of these videos were fucking getting. If I was told you're gonna get paid like $50K a month and you can just like fucking make like $500,000 to $1 million a year, I'd take it and probably not think too much about it. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna like, in my head, I'm gonna be like, there's probably something weird going on that they're paying me that much money. But I mean, to be fair, it doesn't seem like Tim Pool and all those guys like aren't in any legal trouble, I don't think. Their reputation may have taken a hit. I seen Tim Pool, oh my god, the comment section. Look at his videos. Look at the comment section on his recent videos. It's pretty crazy because of the whole thing that happened that I covered last week with Tim Pool and him suing Kamala Harris because of, I guess, for slander or whatever, because her campaign reposted a video of his podcast where he's talking about arresting Democrats and talking about the punishment for treason is death. So the top comments are like, Tim, can you tell us again what the punishment for treason is? Oof, it really is bad. Now that being said, I don't think that Tim Pool should be fucking executed. That's just insane. But I think, the reaction that he's been getting is I'm not gonna lie, somewhat entertaining to see unfold. And I don't know, like, if it's gonna really hurt his reputation that drastically. Like, I don't think he's gonna be completely canceled. There's a good chance that YouTube, they took down Lauren Chen because it seems like she's the main target here in this indictment. Because she was like, one of the masterminds behind the whole scheme. But there's a good chance that YouTube will just nuke the shit out of all these other channels if they're associated with Russian propaganda. I don't know. It's definitely interesting. I believe in, first of all, I believe in free speech, so I don't think these channels should be fucking taken down. But, I think the public knows. The public can form their own opinion about it too. If they say that, these people are fucking clowns and they shouldn't be taken seriously. Like, remember that guy Mundane Matt years ago, who was caught like doing false copyright claims against people who said things that he didn't like, and he was insecure about it, so he like false flagged a shit ton of videos. So the whole community saw that he was a fucking shitty person, was doing shitty things, and was like, just fucking horrible. So they decided, we're not going to watch your fucking videos anymore, right? I think that's honestly like the people should just decide. I don't think these companies should be like, yeah, we ban you. Like, I think in certain cases, like EDP, you should be banned. But when it comes to political speech and that kind of thing, I think it just adds a bad precedent, even if it's alleged that a foreign government is involved. There's a lot of Chinese influence, too. Make no mistake about it. There's a lot of, people like athletes and celebrities and all these people that are, like, afraid to say anything bad about China and actually will go out and defend China. So it's not just Russia that's doing this shit, and it's not just the right wing that's spreading foreign propaganda. Definitely not. So keep that in mind as well. But let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this whole situation with the Russians and with the DOJ? It's absolutely politically motivated. I have no doubt about that. Like, obviously it's to be like, oh look, top Trump supporters are proven to be Russian assets and Russian, like, I do think that there is obviously truth to it. There's a paper trail. They can't just say we indict you and have nothing to go by it, and we just, they definitely have some evidence. They absolutely do. And there definitely is some smoke to the fire. That doesn't mean it's not politically motivated at the same time. I mean, obviously under a Trump administration, this case wouldn't even be brought, if we're going to be honest, this case wouldn't even be brought forward. There'd be no indictment, there'd be nothing. So, yeah. Want to hear your thoughts in the comments though, because this is like very, very fascinating to me. And we'll see what happens. I think Tim Pool, Dave Rubin, they're probably not going to, as long as their channels don't get banned, I don't think they're going to take a huge financial hit. I think it's going to be more like, because most of their followers are going to be like, this is like the fucking woke mob trying to, desperately, cancel us. And most people who are fans of them are not going to like turn on them and be like, oh my God, I supported you guys for this long, and now I found out you're Russian propaganda. Like, I don't think that's going to happen. I think Lauren's the one who's in the most trouble because there may be some legal, she may be hit with fines, may be sent to jail. Like, it looks like that may happen, but the other ones, I don't think they're going to they're going to lose everything. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think it's going to be like a Milo Yiannopoulos situation. I really think like it has to be like a pedophilia related shit in order for these people to be canceled on the right, because Milo's really the only one I can think of that was canceled from the right. And I guess now Lauren Chen, because she got fired from the Blaze, and she seems to be the one in the most trouble. But I don't know. We'll see how things go.